Can't even believe I'm saying this, but this week we are tackling our 70-year-old roof. We have scaffolding around the entirety of our house. We had a huge delivery where a crane came and dropped off a bunch of supplies in front of our house. Not only is it crumbling in some places, but it actually has zero insulation whatsoever. And we have some really cold winters up here. It is the day before we start the big project. We're having a huge drop-off of all of the products, which means there is a crane right outside our front door, which is pretty new to us, that's for sure. I still can't really believe that we're doing the bulk of this project, and I don't even know what any of this stuff is. I mean, we know it's insulation in part, and maybe even the new shingles. Elli's dad came to help us. He came from like 4 hours away, and we also have some help from the professional roofer guy. But I think for the most part, we're just gonna be taking down a bunch of shingles. I gotta tell you guys, I'm definitely feeling pretty nervous. Going up. All right, you guys, we are getting started. Elli and her dad are climbing to the very top of the scaffold. You can see them right now, and they're going to start tossing the shingles down the roof so that I can throw them into the dump. That is the first step, and I think it's going to take quite a while. It's also supposed to start raining pretty soon here, so we'll probably have to do a lot of this tomorrow, but we'll see how much we can get done.
What you do to me is in confliction, a straight contradiction with my mind. The pleasure has a bitter taste. In the end, my friend, I'll be sure you I don't want to fall through the roof.
Welcome to our attic. We are currently adding a bunch of beams inside here, and that is because instead of insulating from the inside, which would be a total pain in the butt, we're going to be insulating from the outside after we take these shingles down.
Here that would basically take, so maybe like this, or then,
No.
wow, different view from up here. My dad is passing me 5-meter planks, and I have to get them through our roof so we can use them in the attic.
How many are we bringing up? It's definitely not my favorite workspace in here. Maybe one day we'll make it nice.
Nothing.
We have multiple crawl spaces in our house, and just like the attic, we need to attach a bunch of wood on the inside. But in order to get in there, we need to get all this stuff out. So we're currently trying to figure out how we're going to do that, and it might mean a saw and a giant hole in these beams, which are going to end up going anyway, so that's no big deal. But we're not really sure how we're going to get the oven out. Elli's idea is smashing. This roof demo is going to keep us warm all winter. We are keeping all of this wood for firewood. Are you ready? I'm gonna throw it. Yeah! Good girl. That's a good spot for you.
You don't really think about having to clean out the crawl spaces when you have to redo your roof. But it's also really satisfying, honestly. We're getting as much done as we possibly can right now because there are some pretty savage looking rain clouds coming in, which might put us inside for the rest of the day. Luckily we do have to put those studs up, so we have plenty of work to do inside too. I think it's Christmas decoration, look.
They're kind of cute. We should put them on ours. Don't you think?
Wir dürfen halt noch nicht drauf treten, ne?
This is also because of the kind of screws that they're in.
The rain is here, but we really want to finish this before we call it. So we're just gonna have to do it as fast as we can. And luckily we have this little door that we can use to get through from now on, which is extremely convenient. Definitely wrapping up for the day with all this rain. So we are about to put this gigantic tarp over it all. It kind of looks like Elli's dad is climbing on top of my head. I can't believe we're starting the roof this week. Right now, if I look outside, I can see someone putting up a scaffold right outside our window.
What do you think? What do you think, Ottie?
We're getting help from professionals to do the roof, but we're also doing a lot of the work alone, and I cannot deny that I'm feeling really nervous about it. It feels pretty scary to be on a scaffold and to be doing work that is so far out of my comfort zone, but we're just gonna take it really slow and really trust the guidance of the professionals. Also though, because I don't speak German, I am kind of in the dark until Elli can translate for me, so that's kind of another added element of difficulty. I feel like we're a little in over our heads, but it's happening. And I know that, you know, trust the process, take it one step at a time, and it'll be okay.
There's a lot of people here. What are you saying?
All right guys, day 2, and we're taking down some more shingles this morning, and we're actually gonna try to lay the insulation later, which means all of these wood beams that are on the outside need to come out, which I think is probably gonna take a lot of time and definitely the help from a crowbar. Alright guys, so little update. While we were outside looking at all of the shingles we need to take down, we saw that our chimney is looking entirely unstable, and we're worried that if we try to knock down any of the shingles around it, the entire thing is going to come tumbling down. So we're going to take a hammer and chisel and try to do it as carefully as we can, but we're definitely going to have to be very careful and stand clear. But I wanted to show you guys what this is looking like. It's kind of crazy. The mortar between the bricks is all but crumbling, and if you look up here, it totally looks that if you even poke it, the whole thing is going to come tumbling down. Definitely not ideal at all, but that is why we're doing this whole thing. That is why we're replacing the roof. Not only is it not energy efficient at all, it's not going to keep us warm in the winter or cool in the summer, but it also is potentially dangerous. We had the professional roofer guy come and inform us about what to do today, so we just have to be careful. Move slowly. The whole thing is wiggling.
I know.
That's so scary.
Yeah, especially down here.
Yeah.
Just like that, the chimney is gone. Yep.
It's been a few hours and this is how far along we are with the roof. We almost have an entire side down. It's a little slower than it could be, however, because as we're going, we're having to throw away so much garbage. We're only allowed to throw in actual building materials into the container that we got, so all the rest of it is gonna have to go to the recycling center, one carload at a time. I definitely feel like I was a little more afraid of this entire experience than I needed to be because of these wood beams. It feels like you're climbing a really safe, structurally sound ladder pretty much the entire time. The scariest thing to me is when you're on the top of the scaffold, which does wiggle a little, especially in the wind. It's not my fave.
We are less than halfway done with our roof, but our container is almost full. So I'm smashing some more shingles.
We're out here in the middle of the street, having had already taken off the first 4 rows of the studs. Elli and her dad are currently cutting open the insulation so that we can cut it to size and put it in. And this is like the most important step on making the roof waterproof, which we need to do as soon as possible because it's constantly raining here. Constantly.
Jeff is just round the
Wir
bend.
brauchen jetzt 13,40 Meter.
Is it the drinking ready to run?
Warte!
But I'd be better by now.
Das die
I can
Plane?
make my feet move along. And as soon as I see you, I forget about you. Just as soon I get used to letting you go. A fickle heartbeat and I'll go blind. You feel exactly every void I have inside. I'm your Valerie, like a rock.
First row done.
Time to take out the next 4 studs all across the way and add more of that waterproof sheet thing. Oh, little Spidey. Hi. Little Spidey.
I kind of like our roof airy.
So we should just leave it like this?
I think we should keep this roof airy and light as it is. I mean, look at this view. It's like nothing can beat that.
It actually feels really cute in here right now.
Yeah.
Cute in a dilapidated sort of way.
Yeah, I feel like we should actually maybe put the work in to make it an actual space to spend time in, or just
That's
actually
what I was
taking
just
out.
saying.
Yeah, or just taking the ceiling out.
I'm definitely getting tired. It's 4 o'clock right now and we still have so much work left to do today. So I need to get my second wind.
I mean, it's so windy up here. You should just get blown away.
When we don't usually work like this from like dusk until dawn doing manual labor. Like we work, but not like this. Not like this. No.
I do have to say, it feels really cool. Like, I feel cool doing this roof by ourselves with my dad, obviously, and like help from the roof guy to like get some guidance. But just like doing so much manual labor on the roof ourselves, and like people come by, like neighbors, and looking and like, are you doing this by yourself?
Show. Everyone in the neighborhood is coming by.
Yeah. And so it just kind of feels cool to be able to say, yes, we're doing most of the roof work ourselves. Let's get working. That's the way to do it.
Here, my friends, why don't you guys take a nice break on this pile of rubble while we work on the next set of studs. We out here, 6 p.m. We're all exhausted. We're gonna put one more of these guys on, put the big tarp on, and then we're calling it. The sky's getting cloudy again, but we're feeling good.
Ja,
Wir stopfen ja von innen die Wolle dagegen.
We're definitely making all of this up as we go. We're trying to put the tarp on, and I am currently going to try to screw it in from the inside because it's definitely a hassle, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when we're done, but hopefully this works. Apparently Elli's dad has a different idea that he's gonna try. And we're just gonna take a nap. Just gonna take a nap right here. All right, you guys, if you look behind us, you can see that there is a lot more done on the roof than we could fit into one video. This is a long process with a lot more work to do. You guys haven't even seen the other side of the roof yet, but that will come in the future. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you and love reading your comments.
we do.
And we will see you in the next video.
Trust the process and be kind, guys.
Bye.
Clean out the closet. That's definitely the wood insulation.
You know, I've fallen off a roof once before, and I'm really trying to not repeat that.
Bye, see you next week.
I slipped on some pine needles, and I decked it. Huh. Can you guys close your eyes?
Limbo!
Okay, there's a truck.
Imagine one day you wake up because this would have smashed. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Building a lot of roofs in my life.